The test section. You see Ron McNamara and Al Heath of the 5th District out of the land office here with the Florida DOT, working clockwise, looking back north up towards Daytona Beach, or New Smyrna and Daytona Beach. Got a nice level tangent section. We're right about at grade, probably maybe just a usual, maybe a foot embankment fill here, if that much. Remember, there were originally 4 lanes here on US Highway 1, and what happened was in the northbound lane, they milled it out and inlaid it with reclaimed asphalt concrete, which is the typical rehabilitation procedure used here in Florida. In the southbound lanes, however, what they did was to mill it out and replace and inlay it with Portland cement concrete pavement. There are 19 test sections in the white topping project. There are 3 levels of concrete thickness, 6, 7, and 8 inches. There are 3 levels of joint spacing, starting with twice the thickness in terms of length and in feet of the slab. The best way to describe that is with an example. For the 6-inch concrete pavement, there are joint spacings of 12, 14, and 16 feet. For 7 inches, it's 14, 16, and 18 feet, 8 inches, 16, 18, and 20 feet. And there are different types of dowel arrangements also. We have some places here with no dowels. We have pavement where we have the typical dowel alignment. That is, we have a dowel spaced 1 foot apart going all the way across the lane. And then in other cases, we have a different dowel alignment where the dowels have been placed only in the wheel paths. Continuing on around, see the pine and palmetto over to the east of us. We're probably about 4 or 5 miles off the Atlantic coast in Volusia County. Looking back south into the auxiliary lane. We could actually enter this as a 12-foot asphalt concrete shoulder if we desire. I'll probably wind up doing that or entering that and then noting that this is actually an auxiliary lane. This is actually going to serve to our benefit since it is not really used by traffic very much except for mostly what is coming around in this crossover back just to the north of us. And it'll serve as a convenient place to detour the traffic to maintain 2 lanes in the south direction while the lane is being closed. Circling back around to the beginning of the test section. As I mentioned a couple of times already, and so there really isn't much to mention in terms of distress. We have what appears to be a silicon joint sealant. Is that it? Condition. I've noticed no cracking of any kind, which we wouldn't expect at this time anyway. This pavement is a test section for Florida DOT, and some of these yellow marks that you'll see as we're working through here are locations at which deflection measurements